All right, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon now, I guess. Everyone hear us okay?
Yes.
Awesome. So welcome to our new Techo Tuesdays, right? It's formally Command Day. Our goal this year is really to expand these type of classes that we do beyond Command. Right? There's a lot of additional technology that we utilize in our business. Our committee members and chairs really came up with the new Techo Tuesday. Kind of coincides with Taco Tuesday. We had a few over here that just made that connection. So I'm sure we'll have some good attendance this year. So really to start off, we want to thank our sponsors. For those of us that are in person at the different market centers, we do have different sponsors that really contributed to feed you all today. We can start with Nick for Naperville.
Yeah, so we had the amazing Natalie Matthew from Mutual Omaha be our sponsor today for our Techo Tuesday. She actually sent me a little bit of information as well to share with you guys. So she said, make sure to share with everybody our amazing mortgage app. Our mortgage app is linked securely to our loan system where the buyer can easily complete their application. Once completed their application, it comes through directly to her to review. She emails all the details regarding their pre-approval and best guide them to their dream home to ownership. This link also gives you great tools like the mortgage calculator, scan feature, doc upload, and so much more. So she actually gave me a flyer that I'll print out for you guys as well to take with you guys before the class too. So thank you so much, Natalie from Mutual Omaha.
Thanks, Natalie.
All right, so I'll read through sponsors for the other market centers. If anybody from one of the other market centers wants to jump in, feel free to just let us know and we'll go from there. But for the sponsor for Glen Ellen, we have environmental mold and remediation. We have Barton Robertson. Anything you guys want to say? Anything else?
Yeah, Barton actually left early, so I'm taking his place. I'm not Barton, but he's above board in indoor environmental. I have a ton of cards, and he will probably send out an email to everyone with his contact information. But it looks like he does residential and light commercial mold remediation, crawl space, and attic refitting, and he's fully insured.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bob Torn, the man, the myth, the legend, he uses them a ton. So if anyone needs a referral, you know who to go to.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. For Downers Grove, we have State Farm Insurance. I don't know if Joe's on the line.
Jonathan Twitty is here from State Farm.
Awesome. I'll let you take it away and say a few words.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Twitty with State Farm. I have an agency here in Downers Grove. And really we're here to help protect one of the largest assets that people are going to buy, which is their home. We help people out with their auto, life insurance, but obviously all of you being realtors, we're here to really be a resource for you and help you out and help out your clients. And if we can partner and if they can be my client, great. Oftentimes I've found a lot of realtors have been helped when we can actually go in, if we're doing a quote, we can see what type of claims have been on a property. And that has been very helpful, whether they see there's no claims on it. There's been times though, where I've seen realtors or the sellers not disclose damage that was done. And I can say, oh, hey, this person had a $50,000 water claim a year ago and none of it was disclosed. So we're really a resource. I take an insurance 101 approach to all aspects of the business because I feel that everyone should know what they're paying for, what they're being covered for, if there's an uh-oh moment, and how we're going to help them recover from that. And really, you know, like I said, it's a win-win situation for all of us involved. And if your clients are happy, that's great. It's going to help you get more referrals down the road. So yeah, thank you very much for letting me be a part of this.
Thank you. Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, you're all missing out. They have a great tacos from the Outpost here in Downers Grove. So, okay.
Nice. I was just there yesterday, so good food indeed. Awesome. So let's see. For Aurora, we have a sponsor for from the law office of Tina Zekic out of Orland Park. So I don't know if we have anyone at Aurora that's will be speaking. I see Shawana running up.
It's Shawana. No, I'm not Tina. So yes, today's lunch is sponsored by Tina Zekic in Orland Park. She said to give her a call if you have any questions, especially with net sheets. And that is about it.
Awesome. Thanks, Shawana.
For those of you guys with sponsors, can you go ahead and drop all the sponsors info in the Zoom chat too? Because we do have about 20 people on Zoom. I'm sure they'd love their contact as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, these are always good resources that we need all the time, right? Insurance, lenders, attorneys. So be sure to use them, right? It's nice when they can support us and feed us as well. And I think we should always return the favor and give them an opportunity for business. Also. Cool. So with that being said, what we want to do, right? We want to bring the most value that we can this year with our Techo Tuesday, right? We're starting to kind of branch out of just command stuff, and we want to bring value to whatever you guys are looking for as well. So I'm actually going to pass this to Brandon out of Glen Ellen. We're going to do a quick little survey to get some ideas on what you guys are hoping to see with these classes. So that way again, we can bring you what you guys are looking for as well.
Cool.
All
So
right,
yeah,
Brandon.
thanks everyone for coming in. We have a packed house in Glen Ellen, which is awesome. But yeah, so like Noel said, today we're gonna cover like holiday stuff with graphics and whatnot. So just trying to figure out what you guys want. We rebranded Command Day to Techo Tuesday. Hence that we have Chipotle here, probably why we have a packed room. But what else do you guys want to see for the future? Do you guys want to see command stuff? Do you guys want to see stuff on social media, video, like anything? Drop in the chat or here.
Any ideas?
Smartphone?
Okay, we got someone for smart plans. Smart plans is one of my favorite because that's automation, that's leverage. You assign someone there and it runs behind the scenes because I don't want to follow up with every single person, every single touch manually myself, right?
Yeah.
So we need to find some leverage in our business. So that's a good one. What else, Debbie?
I have a question, is it the social stats?
The social stats, yes. Amy's on with us.
Okay.
I'm here.
Listing presentations.
Listing presentations, okay.
I watched her class yesterday, loved it. To dig deeper, but in person.
Maybe like building the presentation, the actual documents.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
when you get rid of them. And
Okay, sounds good. So we have one listing presentations out of designs.
To add to that, like more of a high tech listing presentation that you can kind of throw on your iPad or whatever, and go through a lot of animation in that.
Okay, so we have more high-tech listing presentations, something that we can like present on our iPads and have different animations and stuff with that. I know a couple ladies that do a real good job of creating, like they're more like presentations, right? So when the next slide comes up, it's like it pops out at you and stuff. Cool. What else, John?
Yeah, I'm looking for everyday video clips, things that I could incorporate, whether they're branded or just the marketplaces that I serve. You know, up-to-date information, how to do that. I know Brandon had a class a couple weeks ago that I sat in on. So just trying to take advantage of everything that's out there.
Okay. Is it more content you're looking for? Like what content?
Yeah.
Is going to push out there?
Right, something that you're comfortable with, that you feel that you can push out to your sphere and people, consistently.
Okay. Awesome. Anyone else here in Naperville? Alton?
Ads like Facebook ads.
Okay. So we got Facebook ads. What's coming soon too is really integrating where you can do Instagram posts, not just Facebook or Twitter posts, right? So that'll be coming soon. But yeah, ads is a great way to meet your non-Mets, right? How do you meet people outside of your sphere? And we've had success running ads online because that's where everyone's at, right? They're in their cars on social media. They're probably got someone online right now that's in the classroom that's on social media themselves, right? So what else? Anyone else? Any from Naperville? At least? Good. Okay, I think Naperville's good.
We got to vote for more Canva.
Canva's a great.
Yeah,
That's a great option. Yeah, I mean, we have designs, which is real estate related, but Canva offers a much wider suite of flyers, just all sorts of things, right? So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, Canva's great.
Anyone, Glen Ellen? Want to see anything special? Okay.
Okay, so I've been taking notes. I got smart plans, listing presentations, video, Facebook ads, Instagram coming soon. Did I miss anything? Did I get them all? I can't tell if Brandon's frozen or not. Oh, no, he's alive.
I'm just
Okay.
not moving. God, take me off spotlight, please.
Brandon, are you okay?
Awesome. Well, if you guys do think of ideas, like, please reach out to your tech committees, or your tech chairs, right? And myself, you know, Kaylin's another resource here, Amy Stack, right? Let us know what ideas you guys have, and we love to bring them to life and show you guys, you know, how to do those in an environment like this. That being said, I'll let Nick take it away with today's topic, which is making holiday graphics in Command. So.
How do I switch it to the screen? Oh, do you want me to?
You can sit here. Kind of that little green thing. Just sit here. There you go.
Perfect. Should I log into my command? Yeah. All right. Perfect.
You've got a nice library there, so why not?
Stand by, everybody. We're logging in. All right, so don't want to be in Canva. Let's see. This is my password. Pressure. Good job. Let's go. All right. First
I
try.
should be able to minimize it.
All right.
And Nick, I get quite a few of your emails when you get new listings and stuff like that. And I have to say, like, they look legit. They look great.
Thank you.
Like, you're a really good example on using the email templates that we already have and making a good presentation on those as
I
well.
appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, pretty much making a design is very, very simple process. And obviously, you know, Command has so many graphics and things that you guys can utilize, but you can also throw in your own flavor as well. And you don't have to necessarily use what's also on Command. You can also extract from Google, obviously making sure that, you know, the picture that you're going to be using isn't copyrighted or you're not going to get in any sort of trouble using that specific picture. But creating a design is super, super easy. So if it's going to be just a social post that you're going to go to, you're going to want to go to the we'll start step one, the little designs icon right here on the left side. You're going to hit create design and click social. So you got the email, social, printable, and video. For this instance, we're just going to only be using the social post. So you're going to get redirected over to the main page here.
Wait.
So at your home screen, you're going to, oh my God, the baby's in the back. You're gonna, on the home screen, there's going to be the little applets right there.
So for design, yeah.
Yep, and then click on design, and then you're going to go to create design. And that should be on your right side. So for this instance, we're just going to create just a typical, let's just do a just listed. So you have all these specific templates, and depending on where you want your audience to be seeing it, whether if it's on a Instagram story, if it's a Facebook post, if it's an Instagram post, there's different platforms and different I would say features that will actually fit. And so like, you know, right here, you got like the long triangle one right here where it says social wide.
Long
This-
triangle.
Or no, long triangle, rectangle.
I was trying to.
I was looking at all these different shapes, and
I didn't want to be that person today.
so we have social wide, social square, and social stories. So social stories is going to be more of the that's going to be just like the 24-hour post that's just going to be there for just that 24 hours versus something that you're going to be posting to your page that's going to be there for indefinitely or as long as you would want that to be there.
And I have a question. So I know there's a holiday like folder on there. So will you sometimes use for sale or just list it if you like that design and then kind of bring in a different picture with some of those words?
Absolutely. So if you do see something, so say like we're in the month of March, right? So if you see something that you know, whether or not if it's like a different shape, because some of these shapes are a little odd on the actual platform like Instagram itself, you can also go into like either the open house or the just listed and then customize and just swap out those images so that it will fit that correct format as well. So with this one specifically, you know, we're going to go and just let's do an Instagram story. So for example, you got this beautiful, nice little template right here that's going to kind of give you a little kind of like a backbone as to where you can start with your design. So you can, let's see.
That's under business page.
Yeah, so on your left side right here, so I'll go back real quick and show you guys this. So on your left side here, you're going to have so many different options as to how to target that specific graphic that you're going to be posting. So whether or not if it's just listed in open house, if you're going to target a holiday specifically, all that's going to be on your left side here. Buyer, leadership stuff, business basics. You got tons of different options, but we're just going to go back and do the what was it, social story for St. Patty's Day, since that's right around the corner. So you can go in here and don't mind this Chester hat. You can go in here and obviously it's going to give you like the defaults and stuff. So you're going to want to obviously like delete the default KW. Go in, and if you guys don't have your logos and everything, ask Tanya, because she can send you over all of our default logos in different colors like black, white, the red and gray and all that stuff, so that it can fit on there so that it pops out perfectly. So with this one specifically, we can just go in and use the little KW Infinity logo here. And they like to call, what is it? They like to call it a bug, is what they call these. Like where your logo is just like in the corner, or I think that's what I heard Jason Abrams call that a bug one time, to where it's always just there in the corner, or it's always going to be there whenever you post, so that people start recognizing your brand, start recognizing your brokerage. So you can put it off in the corner if you want to. You can put it right back up in the middle like that. And then you can also go in and change the font. So there's tons of different, there's a library of different fonts that you can use. So we can just go to this one if you wanted to change the fonts, make it look a little bit more sharp, if you will. You can also go to Google, and let's just do St. Patrick's Day. Let's do a shamrock. So you can also go in and take something that's either, I try to find something with the transparent background so that hopefully it doesn't have like the white background when you go and put it in, so that it doesn't, so that it actually fits with the background versus having like a white square in the back right there. So if you were to save the image and have it saved there, it's kind of hidden in the bottom. You go to images and you go to add. You can easily add this image to where it pops up right here on the left side. Okay, so with this instance, it kind of added the white background, but there's a lot of different other transparent ones that you can find off Google. And then you can throw it anywhere you'd like. If you didn't want this specific design that's already the default, you can customize and make it your own.
So question, Nick, so if you're gonna send out like an email, how would they email? Would you go in here and create your graphic first that's around that theme, like St. Patty's Day, like a header or something like that? And then you go to step 2 and create the email that has that picture and then whatever content you wanted on there?
Yeah, so if you wanted to say, for some reason, if you wanted to say, let's use this one, for example. So if you wanted to save this graphic alone, you're gonna go down and download it. It's gonna pop up. It's a little hidden, but it's going to pop up right down here at the bottom. That's already saved, so that when you go back, so we're going to go back to the home screen here. Oop. Got to go back a couple times. So then when we go back to designs, when you go to create design, you're going to want to do an email. And then there's also a ton of different email templates that you can use, whether or not if it's going to be, you know, a just listed, an open house, a holiday related as well. If you're going to target just sellers, buyers, there's so many different options to choose from. I like to see if there's, because they're usually at the bottom with the holiday email campaigns. So we've got,
they're up a little more.
There we go. So we've got, so let's just use this Happy Spring one as an example. So now that you have this beautiful template in front of you, you can also go in. And so if you wanted to replace this image with the one that you just created, you just click on the image, hit replace, and then you can either add from your current library. So these are all like the images that I've already had previously in the past. you can go click add images and drag that one that you just created. So it shows up right there at the bottom. Hit replace. And then you hit done. And this one's, it's a little funky because it's a wide picture, but you kind of get the idea. The picture will actually replace itself there. So instead of using that default picture that was just there, get to use that graphic that you just made.
Yeah, now you mentioned something about that done button. Do you want to elaborate on that? I think that's something that they're working on updating.
Yes. So when you're creating, excuse me, when you're creating an email template, you always want to make sure that you hit that done button, because if you were to just, let's see, for example, if you were to change this to, hi, Nick Donato, blah, 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 blah. If you were to just click it out
Or hit save up top.
or hit save, it won't actually save. So that's kind of the bug that they're still working out, right?
Yeah.
So if you were to go back in there and click, Nick Donato, blah, 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 hit done, that's where it shows up. So you always want to make sure that you're hitting the done button, and then making sure that as you're going along and you're making your edits and your changes to the email, that you always want to save it, just so that if it, for some reason, it, times out or glitches out or something and it goes back to a home page, or because sometimes there's an unexpected error page that comes up as well. You want to make sure that you didn't lose all that work that you just spent the last 30 minutes working on.
Yeah. And how can you preview this, like aside from on the left-hand side? Because the top, like all the way at the bottom, it doesn't have like if you go to the Market Center, like all of this looks funny. Do you have to go and manually change all of that on the template?
So there is the option to manually change this kind of stuff here. But if you wanted to preview it before you send it out, obviously you want to make sure that it looks spick and span, and that, things or your images and all the way to the left side and all your words are on the right side. You want to make sure that you preview it before you send it out. So you're going to go up to this options button and preview, and you also have a couple of other options as well. You can send a test email to yourself to make sure that it looks nice and pretty before you send it out to your sphere. So you would hit preview and then go all the way down and just make sure that everything looks spick and span. So before, on that other page where it had all the random letters and numbers, that gets replaced with like the KW Infinity logo and your phone number and email and all that stuff, there's an option to change that. And then where was that option at?
Yeah, so, well, that information, anything like you see that right there, those are placeholder like merge fields. That's going to pull information from your marketing profile.
That's right.
So if you have something that's missing in your marketing profile, like a website, it's going to give you an error on there saying it can't save the template because it can't find this data in the merge field. So you want to ideally make sure your marketing profile is the way it should be. Like Nick said, if you did want to override and delete some things or change some things, you can easily just go in there and make those changes too.
Did you guys say that Tanya loads the logos into this, or it's already in there?
So she can send you a file with all those images already. So like if you wanted like a black KW logo or a white KW logo, she should have those already pre-made, and she could just send them right out to you.
They're in the
Yeah.
Team Infinity Drive as well.
Correct.
There as well
Yeah,
too.
they're in the drive.
So
So
you have to load it and download.
yeah,
Yeah, download it, save it to your computer, and then you can easily just drag and drop that into those different
Okay.
spots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and then
once you do that once, can we show that, Nick? Do you
Yeah.
know where the assets area is?
oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just put a link in the chat too that has the step-by-step directions on how to update your assets.
Awesome, perfect. So yeah, ideally you'd want to put those logos in your assets, and then they're going to always be there. So you don't have to go and upload it every single time you're creating a design. It'll be an option on that left-hand side.
So right here, for example, right? So when you click on, so if you're going to change like the default KW to the KW Infinity logo, you're just going to click on that, because when you click out of it, I think it does something different. But when you click on that, that's where that My Assets comes up. And then that's where you drag and drop all the KW logos into Command, so that they're already there and they're already in your little library.
Yeah, and also if you click the home button on the upper left-hand corner there, you can click Don't Save, that's
Yeah.
fine. It'll take you to like the home screen of WeBrand, which is the editor that we use. And when you're on here, if you go up top to Assets all the way at the top, this is where you can go and really preload your stuff, right? So if you have custom branding, like custom colors for your specific brand, you can create those in here with hex codes and things like that. That way all your marketing material stuff that gets pushed out is very consistent along the way. But yeah, this is where you can put special fonts that you might want to use if maybe Command doesn't have those fonts. You can upload those here. You can do your logos, you can do special images, your headshots, things like that. And then this will pull in from everything else as well.
Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. Let's see. So say, for example, we were going to use a Facebook post, right? So we're going to go down. Let's see. Let's find a holiday one.
So Nick, if you can show us, you're getting ready to send out a holiday, let's say email, like, how do you go about doing that? Is it a smart plan? Is it an email blast? Like what, if you can show us the steps to kind of get that sent out to?
Yeah, absolutely. So with me specifically, I like to just send everything out to everybody in my sphere. So if they're tagged with an email tag, they're automatically going to get any email of mine, whether it's a just listed, a holiday, open houses, we're looking for X in your neighborhood, even if it's not, how would I say this? Even if it's something that a buyer is looking for in other neighborhoods, I'll just send that out and just say, hey, I have a buyer looking for a 4-bed, 2.5 bath. Does anybody know of anybody who's looking to sell? Reach out to me if you guys have that information. So if we were going to go to send out the email, we're going to go to create design, go back to the email. And let's go back to that spring one. Let's see. There we go, classic spring. So say just for example, right, this was the template that I wanted to send out. You can always obviously go in and you don't have to use what they're putting out here, what they provide. You can also go in and change it to whatever it is that you want to, send out to your audience, whether it's, if it's just this one, if it's like a, hey, happy St. Patrick's Day, I'm lucky to have you as a client, or I'm lucky to have you as a friend, or whatever, whatever kind of jargon that you want to use, throw that in here and make sure that it saves. And then once you go to want to send it out, you always want to make sure to send it to yourself first in a test email, just so that everything doesn't look skitty-wonkus if it's, because sometimes it does glitch out on you.
I don't think I've ever heard that word.
You never heard that? Really? No. I guess I'm old school.
Sure.
It must be Italian.
All right. It's an Italian thing. All right. So I got to go. I'm going to log out of your email. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. It is me. You get the idea. It's the same password for everything. There we go. Perfect. So then, since I just sent out that test email, it should be in my inbox. There we go. So when it sends out the test email, it'll obviously emphasize the word test on the side of it so that it's a test email that's sent out. And this is what it's going to, and it's obviously going to look a little bit different on your smartphone versus your laptop or your desktop. So this is pretty much going to be an outline of what it's going to look like before you send it out to your clients. And then sometimes, depending on the size of the image, if you make it too big, it can kind of either move it to the left or move it to the right. You always want to make sure that it fits the screen, and then all like the words and your paragraphs and everything kind of follow suit at the bottom. So that's pretty much what it's going to look like. And then if I wanted to go ahead and obviously send it out to my sphere, you're going to want to save it, make sure everything looks good.
And maybe we'll hold on some of this. I think Amy's going to
That's
dive in a little deeper on a couple of different options on other ways that we can also send these out as well. So that's great. And anything else that you have? I think Francisco is going to touch on some things in Downers also.
I mean, I think this was pretty on the ball. Do you guys have any other questions on how to input the designs or how to send out that email blast or anything like that?
Cool.
Absolutely.
We have Francisco. Francisco is going to touch a little bit on making Canva graphics, right? Canva is just another tool that's out there. So is Francisco ready?
Walking up right now.
Thanks, Nick.
Absolutely.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, sure.
Loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, pretty much I'm gonna cover Canva. We do a lot of the same things that Nick just did in Command. But with Canva, the neat thing is that you can pretty much custom make everything your way. So no other agent's gonna have the same graphics that you're posting, because you made them and you tailored them to your own style. So let's see, how do we get out of here?
Hold up. And then click on the Zoom at the bottom,
Click on,
the Zoom screen.
Oh.
Yep. And then share. Thinking real hard.
okay,
And then just do the bottom.
this one?
left one, yeah. And then hit share. Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Here we go. So Canva, there's two different versions. There's a free version and there's a paid version. The free version will allow you to do mostly everything on there. The neat thing about the paid version is that it gives you photos that are locked in the free version and also videos. So like going back to the holiday stories, right? You can just log into Canva, create a design. Let's say we're gonna do a Instagram story. Nothing here is branded to KW. So we're pretty much just gonna make something from scratch. There's templates that you can look up. For Easter, let's see here. And these are all very generic, right? You can easily take something like this and then just add your logo, which you can upload any image, video, or logo into Canva. So let's see, where is, you take your logo, drag it on here, resize it, and then share. This is a more generic story, but it's super easy to do. From here, all you have to do is you can either post it directly into Facebook or Instagram, or you can download it into your computer or device and share from there.
I love your pro tip there that you didn't even realize was a pro tip, that you made your logo and the experience logo one file.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to pull them in separately. It's
No,
two different things.
and it's compliant.
And it's compliant.
Another way you can make these graphics, and one of the nice things about Canva is that you can look up videos. So when you go here to elements, you can look up something like Easter, for example. And then at the top here, you have photos, graphics, or videos. You can select the video for your story. Let's see. This might come out a little distorted. Actually, it's too small. Let's see.
Free version of Canva that is using for the paid, you know, it says pro or it has a little. You have to pay for it. Okay.
Hey, Francisco, just to confirm, you're using the pro version of Canva, correct?
I am using the pro version of Canva. I think I paid under like $10 a month, but I use Canva a lot. And I'll show you guys some of the things that I use it for and why I find it so valuable in my business.
I use it a lot too, and not the pro version, like the free version, and I can get a lot. You can get the free version. You can get a lot. for free.
So, I mean, I guess I would have to find a horizontal video to make a story here. Actually, yeah, this one works. So look, now we have a video, right? And it's just panning over a basket with some colored eggs. But now the neat thing is that we can go ahead and add layers to these stories. So on this one, I'm going to add a square. All right. I'm going to change the color on that square to black. And now I'm going to look up a Happy Easter logo. Hopefully there's something. Here we go. I do a lot of YouTube, so having a paid account means that I'm never going to get flagged for using any pictures or any licensing issues. That's why I like to use the paid Canva version. So now we can add a Keller Williams logo on here. Make this a little bit bigger. And then this background, we can change the transparency on there so it's a little bit see-through, and people can see the background while your story's playing. So now we have a video graphic for our stories. And this is very unique in the sense that nobody else is gonna make the same graphic as I am. It makes you stand out a little bit, and it's not as boring as a still picture. So that's how I use it for stories. For post, I know we're told, when we're taught to be very careful with compliance, you know, we're told to post into our business pages and share from there, just so that our name and brokerage is always visible. The nice thing about Canva is that you can take a picture and add your name, add your image and your logo, so that no matter who shares that picture, it's always going to be compliant, and it doesn't necessarily have to go directly on a business page. So graphics like this is a Facebook post. It's something that I made in Canva, super simple, and it works. Let's see, stories. I like using these stories for just listed, just sold. Also make them so that the background is moving. And there's a little bit of a pan on the image. And then I just add music from Instagram or Facebook.
With the Canva Pro account, you can also have music.
Yeah, exactly. You could also have music. I buy Avery sheets with postcards. Now for birthdays, any holidays, anything I want to do, I can just design it in Canva, go on Avery, and I print them here in the office.
Yes, you just buy an Avery template that you can pick up at Office Depot or buy online.
Yeah.
Make the matching graphic, the dimensions to match, and then print right here in the office.
Exactly.
And I know you showed this a little bit earlier, but we went kind of quick. If somebody makes something in here and they want to download it to, let's say they want to download it and upload it to social media, or download it and put it in Avery, how do they get their designs out of Canva?
So it's pretty simple. Let's see. This is, let me find one here.
And Francisco, while you're searching on that, can you talk on what Avery is exactly? We've got some questions here.
All right, so this here is a story that I created. Now, all I have to do is download it. So go to share, bless you, download. You get to choose what kind of file you want to download, the quality. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click download here.
It's kind of behind our Zoom buttons right now.
There we go. And just save it onto your computer and you can share it from there. Or you can also download the app for your phone or iPad and use Canva there.
Perfect. And then to answer the Avery question, Avery is just a brand of, I don't know, they have all kinds of different templates, labels, postcards, business cards, table tents. So that it's the brand of a company, or I guess it's a company name, that you can go and get all those blank templates, and it will tell you the dimensions of their postcards, of their business cards. They also have a website, averytemplates.com, where you can upload your own designs into, and it's all formatted perfectly for their materials.
Yeah, I'll grab something.
He's got a sample to show us. He's coming back.
I'm not running away. All right, so this is, for example, this is one of the Avery postcards. I don't know if I can. That's an Avery postcard. I made the design on Canva, and then I just upload it into the website and print it. And these are like tags that I make for these business cards I bought on Avery. So I designed them, right? So since we have Easter coming up, I have a kid that's in preschool. We can make a treat bag and put all kinds of treats in there, and then punch a hole in one of these business cards that already says Happy Easter. Here's the design for the business card. It already says Happy Easter. Let me see where it's at. Maybe.
We're
Yeah, it
going
says
too
Happy Easter,
fast.
so I'll punch a hole up here on this corner and then just tie them up to the bags. That way the parents know who it's coming from. And on the back side, I'll print to and from and have the kid write in all his classmates' names. I'll sneak in the bag, and inside the bag, I print one of those flashcards with a neighborhood market update from Canva. So it's already nice. I get it on in command, and I'll make the neighborhood update for LaGrange, Illinois, and I'll put that inside with my information on the back, just so that people, provide something valuable at least.
Yeah, and if anybody's new to Canva, there are lots of YouTube videos. There, Canva has its own whole free educational platform too, so you can learn how to use all these cool features. And I love that you're sharing all these ideas that are not just social media, but how you can get out into the world and see people face to face.
Everything, yeah, so many different things, right? Like this is a graphic that I made for my shoe boxes for listings.
Yeah.
So now I tape that
Endless
onto the shoe
possibilities.
box. Yeah. And I put it on the bots for shoe covers when I have a listing, so that people see that. I know that the women, as they're grabbing their basket, they're gonna look at it and say, "Oh, that's cute." And I mean, hopefully they remember me one day when we run into each other in the field. So yeah, I mean, any questions?
Any Canva questions from any of the offices? I think you did a great job walking us through everything.
Francisco, so are you gonna do Valentine's Day cards next year for the kiddos or what?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
We can do that.
great job. Great job in showing just all the additional ways you can use this like design editor pretty much, right? To not just send out emails or social posts, but even with postcards or business cards and things like that to push out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And to stay compliant too.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go on and sneak on out of here
And
now.
I believe we have
Thank you.
Noelle coming up next to show us how to actually schedule things on Facebook through command.
Yep. 1 second. Hopefully you're under my password here. It looks like I'm good.
So while you're pulling that up, why is this beneficial for people?
Are you asking me, Amy?
Yeah.
Well, I look at it as leverage, right? If you're gonna wait until the last minute to post something, like you already know your holidays throughout the year, right? They pretty much don't change, right?
But we don't always know what month we're in.
Yeah. And they just said we might not always know what month we're in or what day we're at, but yeah, exactly that point, right? Like we get so busy and then I look up sometimes on social media, I'm like, oh man, today was this holiday, you know what I mean? And I didn't post anything on it. So with posting these social graphics, you can schedule them in advance and you can scatter them throughout the year. So that way you're not working on it on a case-by-case basis, right? Time block a little bit of amount of time, schedule some out, and that'll save you some time also, right? So when you're inside of command, if you go to campaigns, this is under a campaign, right? It's basically a social post campaign. So if you go there, social posts are actually here, right? You can see what's live and what's scheduled and anything that you have that are drafts also. We have our director of operations that does all this. So that's great leverage on my end, but just kind of looking through here, right? I can see a week in advance. I'm sorry, a week view. I can also change this to a month view as well. So as you have different posts scheduled through your account, you'll see them scattered on here, what channels they're posting to, if it's Twitter or Facebook. You'll see those different channels here, and then you'll be able to click on them and edit them. You'll also see them, whatever's scheduled down here as well.
Noelle, can you post to your business or your personal?
Good question. So you can only post to your business page. Anything that we do within Command is your business page related on here. So what a lot of people do is post to their business page and then they share that post to their personal page as well. Okay. Now to create this campaign, you don't have to be, a lot of people, I see them navigating to whatever type of campaign they're searching for. Really, you can be at your dashboard. You just have to click this green button in the upper right-hand corner. Then it's going to ask what type of campaign. We can do social posts. So you do need to make sure your page is connected on the settings side in order for that option.
Can you go back to that screen where you chose social post really quick?
Yep. You mean this page here?
Yeah, just because can we point out the difference between the ad and the post?
Yes. Yeah, great idea. So the social ad, right? This is going to be an ad that you're going to pay money for to show a certain demographic out there, right? And you can do certain targeting on who you want that ad to show for. The social post is just going to post to your page, right? Now, you can have 1,000 people that like your page. It doesn't mean 1,000 people are going to see that post unless you're boosting it, right? Unfortunately, that's Facebook's way of making money, right? Even though people like your page, you think they would organically see that, but they don't. Now, people that have or are engaging with your page, they will see that pop up in their newsfeed, right? So that's why sometimes you do see, like, you'll get a couple likes, but you won't get a whole lot, and you're like, man, I know I have more friends than this, right? How come they didn't see it? A strategy around that you've probably seen other people do is trying to get them to interact with your business page, right? If you do a giveaway and you're like, hey, like, comment, and share my post on my business page to be entered into a raffle, right? Then now that they're engaging with your page and you start posting something organically out there, they're just going to organically see it without you having to boost it and everything else as well. Okay, but yeah, great idea, Amy, thanks. So I'm going to choose social post on here. This looks very similar to creating an ad as well, right? So you're going to have your text on what you would want to say on the left-hand side here. And then if we want to choose an image, a video, or if you just want to link to an external website, right? But if I choose image, I can either upload my own image that I might have, or I can browse my design library. I don't know what I might have in here.
So in this case, if you were in Nick's account, that cool graphic that he showed us that he made for St. Patrick's Day would show up at this point, right?
Correct. Yep. That graphic that would be there. So I look at it as if you're creating the graphic like Nick did, right, earlier, and you want to try to push it out in different channels. Right now, you can do it on a social post. You can embed it into an email campaign, right? And it's going to have the same feel across. Like you can basically just get multiple uses out of that one design.
And even letters and stuff, mail.
Yeah, if you can do postcards is another one. So yeah, you can certainly utilize this in more than one channel. The graphic that I chose was a stories graphic. You can see that it automatically does a square 1-to-1 ratio, but I can on here I can just choose free. It's going to just go to whatever we have on there, but you can definitely change whatever the dimensions are. And I click crop image, and then it shows me here. I wouldn't post a stories graphic inside of Facebook or Instagram. It's not going to come out right. Utilize the templates that are really geared towards that platform, right? Stories should just be in stories. It could be in Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook stories, right? The square is really good for Instagram, right? I like using the rectangle, the wide image for Facebook. I like the way that it just, covers the majority of that screen because you don't want it to look like this. This doesn't look very professional, but essentially you'll choose your image. Now it'll automatically put this KW Infinity logo. You can see it has it on the bottom right-hand corner down here. I know it's hard to see. You can change if you want it on the left-hand side or right-hand side. You probably can't see, but there's just a regular DBA logo here. So I could go and just delete this on here and it takes it off automatically. It won't display it. I see a lot of agents, sometimes they put the logo on the bottom right-hand corner. And then when they come to this one, this overlays another logo on top of it or kind of next to it. And it just looks a little funky. So just know if you're already if you're putting our DBA logo inside of there, you can actually just delete it from here. So that way it just looks a little better. And then if I want to push this post out, right, I can decide, do I want to publish this immediately or do I want to schedule this, right? If we're doing a holiday theme and this was a St. Patrick's Day, I can say, okay, I want to send this out on the 17th at 10 a.m. I've got some stuff here. Right, and then that'll post from there. The last part on this page just shows the channels that you're at. So if you have multiple business accounts under your Facebook account, you're going to see a list of them here, and you can pick and choose which channel you want to actually send this out through. Then you can save it. You can schedule the post. Again, once it's all scheduled, I'm not going to save this. Once it's all scheduled, then you would see it on this calendar here under the 17th. You would see what that actual post is, and then you can go ahead and edit it and stuff like that as well. Now, something else that we could utilize is we do have these quick posts, right? If you're like, I don't know what to post, or I don't know what to say. Well, there's different posts down here, right? There's posts on leadership content, on video campaigns. Here's regular social posts. So these are all ideas of things that you can utilize. There is a little shuffle button here as well. So if you click shuffle, it's actually going to change some of the verbiage that's down here and some of the ads, the ad pictures, right? So you can kind of go through them and just see if there's one that you like. And then if I did want to use one of these, I can click this little share button. And then it kind of pretty much imports everything that's in here. And then I can go and make whatever little changes I want to make. Again, publish it immediately or schedule it for a later time as well. So I would recommend, right, especially for the holidays that we know that we have coming up, look in the design library. Every month there's holidays in there. There's a lot of content. There's content for holidays. You probably didn't even know were holidays, right? So take some time to go in there one day, right? Spend an hour, just kind of getting these together and then schedule them all out. And now you don't have to worry about them. Now you can just worry about the filler pieces in between those. Right. Any questions that we have in the room here?
Where did you get those images on the right hand, with the shuffle and all that?
These ones here? Yeah, so we have a question on where did we get these images here? So when I'm under this social post tab under campaigns, we have them here, right? These little shuffle. Now this is for leadership content. There's videos, and then here's the regular social posts.
So can you just right click and copy that and drop it into an Instagram post or something? Or?
Well, you won't really right click and copy this. You click the share button and then it pulls up the different elements of that post.
Gotcha.
Right here. But yeah, from here, you could go in and, download the copy. You could look for the image, download the image, and also put it in Instagram. Like I said, we're currently in talks right now about bringing Instagram into these featured posts as well, which is nice. What else do I have?
Noel, I may have missed it because I was answering some questions, but what if somebody wants to use an image that's not in designs that they got somewhere else? Maybe they made it in Canva.
Sure. So when you're in this creation page, right, I'm under basically where this underneath the text, it has image, video, or link. If I have my own custom image that I want to bring in, I can just choose to upload an image. And then I can look for that image that's on, actually, I'll use this one that I created. Right. And now I have that here that was saved from my computer. Okay. So, and then you can also do that with video. So if you have a short little video, they can't be long videos. They have to be less than 2 minutes long, and they have to be smaller than 40 megabytes. But you can also schedule for a post to be sent out, a video post as well.
And what's the use of video URL?
This would be like, if you have like a YouTube, like a video on YouTube or Vimeo, I have different thoughts about that, right? I feel like it's kind of like your business page in general, right? People just aren't really naturally going to see that, but you'll notice even with your own personal pages, if you're posting a video link to YouTube or something else, you're still not going to get a lot of engagement because Facebook's not just going to naturally show that to everybody. Because why, right? You're linking to an external source. So Facebook
Yep.
doesn't really like when you're trying to navigate people away from Facebook, which is what you're doing by putting a YouTube link on there. So I love the idea of putting a graphic on there. And if you did want to link to a video, even if it was like Matterport or something like that, drop that link in the chat, in the comment section below, right? Do you have a question?
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I've posted content from, not as a campaign, but as a design. I've shared that to my business page before. Now that has a link of its own, right? Like if somebody were to click on my picture, I've seen it where it's not, it doesn't look like I've uploaded an image. It looks like a website link at the bottom. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, so where are you sharing that from? From designs?
From design.
Okay,
Right.
that's something good to talk about. So let me jump here. So
Maybe I'm sharing it the wrong way.
No, yeah, I experienced that too.
Right.
yeah, so here, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is what you're talking about. So if I created a post here, and if I wanted to share this to Facebook, clicking the share button, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this would be the same thing. You're linking to an external source. My recommendation would not be to share your designs from this page.
Download it.
Download the image and then upload an image like that. Even if it was a YouTube video that you made, download the video and upload that straight video right into Facebook. More people are going to actually see it instead of posting that external link.
Download it to your computer and then go straight to Facebook.
Correct. Yeah. Download it to your computer and then create like a brand new post, and you want to choose that media on the actual post. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions on Zoom or in any of the other market centers?
Nothing came in over the chat. I'm sure, does anybody have anything in any of the market centers? No. All right, well, I'm sure people have another question about this, which is going to segue perfectly into our next presenter, which is, what if I don't want to schedule through Command? Can I do this directly through Facebook? So Dave Bulova is at the Glen Ellen Market Center, and he is going to show us how to do just that.
Oh, lucky you guys.
There he is.
I think I grabbed it. Is my head shining too much? You guys getting blind? Hang on, I gotta mess with this microphone for a second.
And Dave, your mic's pretty quiet. Oh, there we go. He's hooking it up higher. You read my mind.
There we go. How's that?
Much better. Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome. I'm Dave. I'm a Sagittarius. I enjoy tiddlywinks, water ballet, and all things Command. All right, so there's a couple ways to skin a cat. There's a decent way and then there's a better way, I think. So I'll give you both ways and you could decide which you like. And I'll put these directions in the chat. Where'd my chat go? There it is. Too many things showing up. All right, so here's, why is not all coming in? Try this again. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Technical problems with the tech problem. All right, so this option is going through Facebook Business Manager. And the way you get there is you go to business.facebook.com and it'll bring you to this page. You have to make sure that you pick your business account. And then, sorry. Then you go to these three lines up here by all tools. So you'll see that you're in your proper thing. This is my business one. And the other one was my personal. Then you go to these little lines up here.
We lovingly call them the hamburgers.
Oh yeah, the hamburgers. I was trying to think of what you were calling that the last time. It's like the hamburgers. I'm fasting, so I don't want to think about food. And then go to page posts.
I like
Internet's a
that he
little bit
comes with
slow.
his own music.
That's right. And then you can see I have a couple scheduled already in here. And then it's just pretty simple. You just go to scheduled posts and then create a post. And then you would just write your post. It's like we put some copy in here. I just grabbed some and put them in here so I knew I was going to make a post. But these in here already that you could see, those are ones that I already have scheduled. If anyone knows me, I try to be out of here as much as possible and be on the road doing adventuring things instead of working. So scheduling posts is like a time saver for me because you can just sit down and knock out a whole bunch of posts for like the month or the quarter and then you're done. And then you could still go back and do your daily stuff that you want to do, but at least like your core stuff's always out. And then you just hit schedule post and you pick your date and your time and that's it. So that's a decent way to do it. If you guys are using Instagram as well, I like to go to Creator Studio instead, because as you can see up here, you've got Facebook and Instagram, so you can do both. I feel it's better, and to get there, you just go to, I'll put the directions in there, business.facebook.com/Creator Studio. And I'll put that in the chat as well. That way you can just copy it. And then I'm going to copy this real quick. So I like to post to the Instagram side first, because then it gives you the option to post to Facebook automatically, so you don't have to do it twice. So saves a little time. So you just got to make sure you click on it and it'll light up. Come on. There we go. And then you'll see your Instagram name up in the corner. That way you know that you're on the right spot. And then you just go to create post. And you could do Instagram feed or IG video. So if you're doing videos that are longer than 60 seconds, you can do IG video. And the screen just looks a little bit different, but it's all basically the same. And since this internet's really super slow, I'm just going to do a picture, if it'll let me. So this is kind of what it looks like. You just upload your video file, and then you put in your text over here. And then, where's this little, I gotta move this thing out of the way because I can't see it. And then you just share to your page, and you could share to your feed. So if you're not doing, there's too many things on this screen. So if you create a post, go to Instagram feed. Then you just put your content in there. And then you can add a photo. So I think I have one up here. Yeah, so what I do is I use the same hashtags for most stuff, and then I just change it like per post. So you have that hashtag for that post. For like this one was buy seller, buy first or sell first or buy first. So I just added that tag in there, and then what other tags I would want to, but the rest of the tags are usually pretty much the same. So I just have them saved someplace, and I just copy and paste them. And then you grab your little thumbnail, pop it in there. Oops. Didn't want to do it. And that's Canva. And that's it. So this one just, and then you just, you gotta move some of these things out of the way. What'd you say? You gotta watch the video and it'll tell you. And then when you just click over here, so you post to Facebook, and then it's gonna publish it there as well. So it's like kill two birds with one stone. And then when you hit publish, oops. I moved the thing. Well, that went to it, but hang on. The spinning wheel of death. Come on.
I think I can. I think I can.
Our internet is unstable. Go figure. All right, let's see. Just my luck when I have to do it. I have the paid version. Let me just go back to here because my little arrow was covered. So when you go over by the publish, you click the little arrow, and then you could either save it or you could schedule it. This thing, and then you can just schedule it for tomorrow at 9 a.m. or whatever time you want to do. And then you just hit schedule, and then it'll be in your scheduled posts. And that's it. And it's pretty simple.
Dave, before
then
you
you can
step away,
Mhm.
can you be Vanna White for me for a minute?
Sure.
Can you go directly to your Facebook business page?
I can. What would you like to see there?
I'm going to show you something. On the left-hand side, so you guys, this will only work if you're logged into your Facebook to the a page that you manage. You have to be an admin on it.
Okay.
But on that left-hand side, if you scroll down, there should be a publishing button.
Yep. Our publishing tools.
Yeah, publishing tools.
Mhm.
Go ahead and click on that. This will also give you access to Facebook and Instagram if you've connected your Instagram account to your business page.
Oh,
So
yeah.
everything that he just showed you, you can see it says we're moving to Creator Studio. So if you're on an older version of Facebook and you don't have Creator Studio yet, you can do it right here as well.
Good tip.
So it just depends on what version of Facebook you have, and you don't have control over that. You can't ask Facebook to upgrade or not. So just be aware, you might not have everything that Dave showed you, but it works exactly the same way on this screen as everything he just showed us.
Yeah.
So
That's
just in
good to
case somebody
know.
has an older version, I wanted you to know.
Because
Thank
Facebook's
you.
super consistent and they never change anything ever. So yeah, it's basically all the same. Like if you're doing, it's for the, like if you're doing the ads and whatnot, because Creator Studio and the business suite is the way to go through. I just find it easier
I
than
agree.
trying to do it the other way. So I think that's it. That was kind of short and sweet. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, that was perfect. Any questions from any of the market centers?
There you go. Yeah, if you do video, then you just got to make sure it's formatted the right way. So, and it'll tell you what you're at. I think it has to be what, a 16:9 aspect ratio. So 1920 by 1280 is what it needs to be in order to post it. And I don't believe, and Amy, you could tell me if I'm wrong, I don't think you could do scheduled live posts, or not live posts, the what are the little goofy ones up at the top? What do they call those?
Oh, the stories. No.
Yeah, stories. You can't
not
do.
not through here.
Yeah, you can't schedule stories. You can only schedule posts, but you can go out as far as you want.
We did have another question in here.
Yeah, quick question. I keep getting this thing in Facebook to boost posts. Is that like a paid, is it similar to paid ad?
Yes, it's similar. Boosting isn't very awesome because you can't really track anything or pixel anyone. But
Okay.
if you just want to get a little extra juice on whatever you're posting, then you can boost it. And I think, I don't even know what they charge for boosting. Is there a minimum now? Before it was like $25 was the minimum.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
not sure if there's a minimum, but like you said, you can't track it. You also can't target anybody.
No.
Typically with boost, you can get people that you're not already interacting with, but typically when you boost a post, it's going to push it more in front of the people that already like your page, just because of the way the algorithms work. So if you're trying to get new eyes, the ads are the way to go.
Yeah, because you could target them a little bit better.
Yeah,
Well, up until
exactly.
recently when they changed other fair housing, but you could target a lot better and it's cheaper. I mean, you can run an ad for as little as $3 a day and get pretty decent traction on it. Or you can share it to your personal page, and that'll probably do better than boosting it will anyway. So that's it. Any other questions?
I don't see anything in chat and I don't hear anybody. So thank you, Dave, so much. We're going to transition to our next section here. We're coming back to Downers, and I got to give Meredith the mic. I stole it. She's going to show us how you can, we're going to transition from social media to emails, and she's going to talk about sending emails with MailChimp. Let me stop Dave's share real quick. Oh, he did. Okay, he's in front of me. Yes, that's perfect. And here you go.
Hold on. It's like I'm putting a boutonniere on. Okay, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I am just going to log in as myself because I am not Francisco. Although I want to be, because he's so cool. You're welcome. And hopefully I will get my passwords right. So Meredith's just logging into her Canva account because she also loves Canva and uses it in conjunction with MailChimp sometimes to send out emails. So we're going to show you how they work together. Don't steal all my good ideas. No. Okay, so I'm just going to go to a post I've already created. This is my stats portion of my newsletter. And so if I want to share this, so I create my newsletter in, I actually use Peak Digital Design to create my newsletter. I pay them to do it, but I create this each month because they don't have the InfoSpark stats. And then I just share it, click on these three buttons here, 3 dots, and then I just share it to MailChimp. And my MailChimp account is already linked to Canva, which is pretty simple. You just have to log in. I press save. Okay, so it's there. I can click on view in MailChimp. And then I got to log in here. Hold on. Oops. Let's see if yeah. Now you all know my password. Hold on.
Gotta love MailChimp. Yeah.
Thank you. This is so seamless. I feel very graceful and everything. MailChimp's very picky about logging in. They almost always send a 2-step code. 19. So now it doesn't matter that you know her password because you won't have access to her cell phone. So now I'm in Canva, or sorry, I'm in MailChimp. Hopefully you guys know how to use MailChimp, but if you're creating an email campaign, I can just create that email campaign rather. And it's coming. Yeah. Geez, I hope I don't accidentally send one out. That would really stink. Where's the design, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it is loading my template. And then I'm just gonna choose this first one. Yep, this is the one I want to use. So now if I want to add an image, remember I had already shared my image. Actually, here's an image box right here. I can say I want to replace this ugly shoe with my beautiful graphic. Ta-da! Isn't that amazing? I want to hear all the oohs and ahs across Zoom land. Yeah, pretty amazing. Okay, the other trick that I have for Canva that I love, I don't think anybody talked about this yet, is the scheduler. So it's like what Dave was just talking about, but there's a scheduler here in Canva. So if you guys are familiar with Hootsuite, it's essentially Hootsuite, but via Canva. So you can click schedule here, you can pick a date and say, okay, on March 12th at 2:36 p.m., I'm going to share these stats. And it's going to go to my business page, and then I can write my text here and I can click schedule. So one of my goals for my coach makes me write what I'm going to do this week down, and beyond lead generation, I promise to do my scheduling of social media posts for the next 3 weeks. And I'm going to do it that way. So I can just schedule it and set it and leave it, and it'll just do its thing behind the scenes, which is amazing. And that is all the knowledge I have to share.
Did you say that? I know you said that went to your business page from Canva. Can you do it to personal, or is it just business?
Why, yes,
page?
you can.
Oh my gosh.
But wait, there's more. Yeah, I think I only have, whoops.
Oh, and Tasha on Zoom chimed in and said, yes, I prefer this over Creator Studio.
So you can choose another page. So you right here, I could link my personal page, but I do not have it linked.
Why is that? Because you want to stay compliant?
Yeah. I don't know, because I can always share it to my personal, like Dave said. But that three dot button is super important, because that's where all you can share everything. And that's where I got the MailChimp. And I mean, there's a quadrillion apps out there that you can use in conjunction with Canva, which is really amazing. So, take a look. I only use MailChimp, Instagram, and Facebook, but there's 50 million other ones that you could use. Issue's a cool one. That's the magazine thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
what happens if you schedule something and you realize, oops, I need to go edit it, or I want to take that down, or I can't remember what I scheduled?
Questions. So I don't have anything scheduled now. So wait, let me just change that date so I remember to take it out before it actually posts. All right, so I'm just scheduling it. Yes, cool, schedule. All right, so that's scheduled for March 12th.
Good design is good business. What a lovely little
And then
quote.
you can go to the content planner, which is the schedule. And I can click, whoa. Okay, so it tells me what I have scheduled. Here's a picture of it. It tells me it's scheduled for Saturday, March 12th at 2:39, and it's going to go to my business page. You can change the text. You can save a draft. You can save and schedule, whatever. So yes, you definitely can go back and change it. You can change the date, these three buttons again,
And Meredith, do you have a pro account, or can you do this on the free account?
I don't know, but I have a pro account because I'm a pro. And it costs me, I think it's $15 a month.
Yeah, I know if you sign up annually, you get a discount, and I probably have a link I can put in the chat for you guys. I'll look for that.
But look, and it even reminds you of holidays. So look at Pi Day is coming up. So you got to do something creative there. St. Patty's Day. So that's actually, I didn't even realize they did this. That's pretty cool. April Fool's Day, International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination. That is a mouthful. So there you go.
Okay, so I have a question. Between Canva and Command, like both the platforms you guys showed, right?
Don't make me choose.
No, like, yeah, I just want to know pros and cons, like why would I choose one over the other?
Personally, I think Canva is easier to use. Sorry, Command heroes. Command is getting there, but it's still a little hokey when you decide to change the design of something. You might mess up the layout of the post, whereas Canva, it's pretty hard to mess that up. Do you agree, Amy?
I like them both for different reasons. If you guys are wanting to do a real estate post, that's something, you know, open houses, just sold, just listed, anything like that. There's a whole suite of professionally created templates, and all you have to do is update your contact information, and it's actually connected to the MLS, so you can pull your photos in. So I do like Command for that, and for some prospecting pieces, because again, they're already designed for you. If I'm starting something from scratch, or I really want to get involved with some animations or some videos, some music, I like Canva for that. So I do use them both.
So when you do MailChimp through Canva, how do you, like, you know, in Command, how we have the email, so it automatically goes to those, yeah, like smart plans. Can you do smart plans through Canva?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So if you want to do manually, then you can do through MailChimp, correct? Okay, I got it. To those.
Yeah, Chris Nava chimed in saying that if you do pay for MailChimp, you can schedule email campaigns to go out. There is a free version of MailChimp, and you get up to 2,000 contacts, and you can send one email a day. However, you cannot schedule with it. So if you want that schedule feature, you do need to have a paid MailChimp account.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so if the free account, you can have 2,000 contacts in the account, and you can send up to those 2,000 people in one day, but only one email per day. So even if you send to 100, you can't then send to another 100 the same day. You have to wait another day. When you switch into the paid ones, I think it starts at $10 or $15 a month, but it's based on how many contacts you have. And that does not start at 2,000. It starts at like 500. I think 2,000 contacts is around $35. Can you tell I've looked this up?
For MailChimp?
For MailChimp, I think 2,000 contacts is around $35 a month.
Oh, wow. It's
Mhm.
gone up. I think I pay $9.95 for 500.
So it
Something like
depends on, you know, your database and everything. And if you have 2,000 contacts in Command, but you're not sending 2,000 emails, you're only sending to a group of 500, then MailChimp might be a good solution for you. However, I will also show you how to send emails through Command.
Francisco, you already talked about how to, like, the templates, right?
Okay.
Any other questions for Meredith? We hear somebody somewhere.
You guys got any questions?
I have to keep going. Sounds like.
Okay.
All right, guys. So now that Meredith talked to you guys a little bit about MailChimp and some more fun tips on Canva, I'm going to show you how you can do some scheduling directly through Command with emails. But before we do that, I did tell everybody in all of our advertising that we were going to talk about how to do some value adds to your holiday touches. So I want you to keep this in mind for anything, whether it's something on Facebook or Instagram or your emails that we're going to talk about. And oh, there's an eraser. Okay. I would love to hear from you guys what your thoughts are on what can help your content stand out when we're specifically talking about holiday stuff, because by show of hands, you guys can do it digitally too, or put it in the chat, or share from the other market centers. Who gets like copious amounts of holiday graphics popping up in their feed and emails? Yep, I see everybody's raising their hand. Does anybody actually click on those or stop to read them? Not really. So what do we do to make you stand out so that somebody actually clicks on what you're posting, right? Or open your email? What are some things that you guys think make a good email or social media post? It could be around a holiday, just in general. What would make you want to stop and click on it? That's what I want to hear from you. Graphic, okay. A graphic.
Animation.
Yeah, animations.
Animations. A story.
Subtitles.
Subtitles.
The name Todd Gosden. Subtitles.
Something interesting.
Something interesting. Next time I do a class, I'm just going to put Todd Gosden presents, and then it's really going to be me.
You need a costume though. Yeah.
What about like something interesting could be something of value, right? Unique. Has anybody heard the term mofer? I see, I have a couple nods. Anybody on Zoom or the other market centers, have you heard mofer?
Alton has.
Any offer for instant reply, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tommy says I'm trendy. I got to tell you guys what that means. Mofer, M.
Gotcha.
So it's something out there and you want them to reply to interact with it. So like a question. A giveaway of and fill out this form. Something to take it back to.
Right. Instead of just something. What's it stand for?
Make offer for instant reply.
Oh.
Amy, are you still there?
Yeah, we lost you.
All right, well, I have nothing to say, so we'll wait for Amy.
When's Brandon coming up to me?
Does anyone have questions on anything?
Standing by, immediate response. I was like, something's wrong.
It's close, right? It is.
It sounds
Would like to.
From Chick-fil-A.
Oh, the lemonade? Oh, that's.
I like this.
Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Just talk out to Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Brandon. Brandon,
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a question on Instagram. What's the difference between a post and a story and all the differences? And what do you prefer and why?
Well, I mean, the post goes on like your timeline, so it kind of sits there it has a longer shelf life compared to a story, where the story is gonna erase in 24 hours. You should probably utilize both. You should probably have something on your Instagram story every single day to kind of create conversation with your followers and your sphere of influence, and make it pretty engaging. And then when it comes to like your feed and your posts, make it aesthetically pleasing, and especially if you do a lot of location tags. Because this will get people curious that stumble upon your profile, and it will entice them to maybe give you a follow. And then, if they're not ready to buy or sell now, maybe they like the content you put out on your timeline and your posts and your feed, and they're going to reach out to you in the future.
Okay, thanks.
Did you guys lose us as we were talking about what makes for a good email or social media post?
We lost you completely.
What did you hear? Anything?
We heard Mofer and then it cut off right after that.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So basically all you missed was, did you get the definition of mofer?
Somebody here.
Yes and no.
Okay. So it's a motivational offer or make offer for immediate response, MOFIR. And then part of that is having a CTA, which is your call to action. So we want to talk about how when you're writing an email, when you're posting something on social media, you want to have something in there that's going to prompt people to stop the scroll. It's going to prompt them to reply to you. Keeping you top of mind is the whole idea behind these holiday posts and everything, right? It's not necessarily real estate related, but adding that extra layer to anything you're doing marketing wise is really going to help set you apart from everybody else that's just bombarding with like, 15% off at Old Navy because it's a holiday, yay. Nobody cares unless they're looking for jeans that are 15% off, right? So that's all you missed. Now we're all caught up. Good job. And then all I did was pull up command because Nick, you gave us a great overview of how to get those templates created in Designs. And I had actually pulled up the spring one as well. So great minds think alike, yay. Yeah. So I'm pulling up, this is the one that Nick had showed us. I don't have his graphic in there, but this is the exact email that he had pulled up. And you can see that there's actually some great content in this one. How to take advantage of hyperlocal expertise. Don't be afraid to explore your options. So that goes into that value add that we were talking about, right? Some other things that you can do, I would love to hear everybody else's thoughts, are how can you kind of make some of these tips or spring or holiday info kind of stand out. Does anybody have any thoughts on what information you might want to include in a holiday touch? I'm getting lots of blank stares here. Anybody else?
fun things to do around the suburbs you service.
Absolutely. That's a great idea, Brandon. I know one of my favorite things that I saw somebody do around Christmas was they put together a whole list of where all the holiday lights were. Not just like Brookfield Zoo, but some cool homes in the area that did nice holiday lights too. So you see how it's not real estate related at all, but it's just something that is providing value to your clients and anybody that would see that. So just thinking of things like that. I did a little mastermind around this topic a little while ago, and some topics that came up were local stats, interest rates, local charities, especially around the holidays. That's always a good one. Your seasonal maintenance. So, this is a spring one that we're showing this email for. Seasonal maintenance is good. And you could partner with, one of our vendors today, one of our sponsors to do something about that. Home value, home organization tips, around spring cleaning, buy versus rent tips, and then FAQs, popular FAQs that you get a lot. So you just kind of want to try to make it a theme. So it's not just like happy St. Patrick's Day. Did you know the most popular question I get is blah, 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 but see if you can, make it fit in. Like, how do you stay lucky as a buyer in today's market? Right. So that could go in to St. Patrick's Day. Right. So just think about stuff like that. But Nick showed us how to make the graphic in Command and then how to pull it into the email here. So I just wanted to show this screen again to remind you what we had been working on, because I'm going to actually show you how to send it off now. So the important thing about this is that you actually have to have your contacts in your database to do this. So if your people aren't in command, then this email won't work. But there's a couple of ways we can do that. I'm going to close out of the screen. So here's my, you can see it's called Classic Happy Spring. So we're just going to save that. So we're going to pretend I've got this email all ready to go. It's got my MOFR, it's got my call to action, it's got my contact information so people can reach back out to me. We're going to close that. And now I have my email all ready to go. And there's two places that you can send emails from in Command. One is through Campaigns and one is through Smart Plans. So I'm going to open Campaigns because this is the easiest way to send off one big bulk message. When we're in here, this is the same place that Noel was showing you how to schedule your social media content as well. So just like he said, we're going to go to that top right. Oh, I got to widen my screen a little. My screen may have updated compared to his. Noel's in labs, so sometimes he has extra buttons and they're in different spots than us, but there's a big blue plus sign at the bottom right. So that'll let me create something. And I'm going to choose email because that's what we're talking about right now. And at this point, this is all information for me to track my email. So the public, whoever you're sending this to will not see this. So I'm just going to call this class test. Here, we'll call it taco test. And we're going to say, I want to grow brand awareness. So this is, again, just for you to track what you sent the email out for and what you wanted to call it. You can see at the bottom, I have two options, Command Email and MailChimp. So Meredith was telling everybody about MailChimp. You can connect a MailChimp account to Command, or you can use Command Email. You get up to 5,000 emails for free in Command. So that doesn't matter about how many contacts are in your system. And you can also schedule with Command Email. You don't have to just send right now. So those Command emails they count for anything you're sending through the bulk email. If you're doing Smart Plans and there's email steps, those count towards that 5,000 as well.
Yep.
Was there a question?
Alton was just asking if it was the 5,000 per month, and that's per month, correct?
Yes, that is per month. Thank you. Good question. Yes, per month, not all time. You can upgrade and purchase more sends if you want to as well. In Command. Yep, it's right through the settings of Command. Okay, so I've got my email set up. You can see it brought my test name over here, Taco Test. That's of the campaign name. And then there's my goal at the top right. So if I wanted to change those, I could. And you can see it's already connected to my account. If you need to change that, that's through settings. You'll have to go to your settings and adjust that. And then we have our send to. So this is why it's important to have people in Command so you can choose who you're going to send to. It is a recipient list that we will create. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when I've already got them created. So these are lists I've already put together and they'll never go away. So if I know that I want to send it to this particular group of people, the list is already set up. I can do that and I can move on. If I need to make a list of a new group of people, I'm just going to hit create list. And I now have access to everybody in my Command account and I can search by name. I bet Noel's in here. Oh, maybe not this account. I have a lot of Command accounts I'm in and out of, but I can search by name. Or I can actually search by tags. So if you guys are using your tags to quickly identify groups of people in Command, you can click that tag button and scroll through. And let's see, I'm trying to get to the T's. Oh, well, maybe not. I don't want to make you wait for that. Let's see who's in leadership. So these are all my people that are tagged leadership in my account. I can simply hit this select all button and you can see there's 8 in here. I am going to add some more. Maybe I want a couple of different groups of people. Here's my Downers Grove agents. And you can see if I scroll all the way down. Oh, I thought I had more people in here. If you have too many people that will fit on the page, you'll get an option all the way at the bottom that says, click to the next page. And you can select all on all of them instead of having to select all and go back and find the rest of the people. So let me see if I can show you that. I'm trying to think what I have a lot of people on. I think that's probably one of my bigger ones. We'll do this one too. All right. There we go. See how it says load 114 more at the bottom? If I click that, it will load all of them. And then I can scroll down and you'll see, oh, there's another 14 because it shows 100 contacts at a time. So now all of my people are showing. I can hit select all one time and now all of them are on my list. Instead of hitting 100, select all, next page, select all, right? Just hit select all until you get to the end of your list. I mean, hit, next until you get to the end of the list and then hit select all. And you can see right here, I've got 214 contacts selected. And we'll just call this list taco test again, or taste, because I can't type. So this is just the name of my list. So later when I want to go back, if I want this exact same list, it's already created for me. I can just find it in that dropdown that I showed you guys a little earlier. So I'm just going to hit confirm. And that's just confirming that I created my list. So there's my recipient list. And then I have who is it sending from, who are they replying to, and you can edit this information if you want it to show something different, and that will take you to your settings in Command. So don't be afraid of that. That's where it needs to go. But I'm happy with who it's coming from and where it's replying to. So then I can put my subject line here. So instead of Merry Christmas, my favorite holiday lights in Wheaton, or whatever it was that we talked about. I missed an S in lights. But you guys see how that's different and kind of creates some more intrigue than just saying Merry Christmas from your favorite agent, right? And then we have this lovely button that says select design. And guess what? All of the designs I've worked on in Command are available here. So the last one you worked on should be the first one that shows up to make your life easy. So I'll just click on that spring one. And it's going to give me the opportunity to go ahead and update anything I want. And just like Nick showed you, you can still use this preview button. So you can see where all those merge fields populated. So there is actually a logo in there, and all of my information did populate at the bottom. And if you did want to send yourself a test email, you can always do that through options, just like Nick showed us, send a test. And when you send yourself that test email, you are able to check any links in the email as well. So the preview option is kind of a static form. It'll show that there's a link, but it won't actually let you click on it. So if you want to test those links, make sure you send yourself the test email. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit save and exit. I didn't want to change anything. So I'm going to hit save and exit. And then I can either send right now, top right, I can save my draft, or I do have the ability to schedule. I can hit schedule, hit my calendar, and say exactly what day and time I want that to go out. And yes, good question. You can absolutely come back and update these. Yep. So if you, go ahead, Tanvi, what's your? Oh, I was just gonna say, the question was if we, you plan all of your holidays, we know when they are, right? So if you plan all of your holidays out and you realize, oh, I need to update something, you can definitely come back in here and add an extra holiday, change an email that's already in here. And you just come back through this campaign section to do that.
So I think I'm doing it kind of with you.
Yeah.
So one thing, what you showed, if I want to change my account, it'll go to settings. But then it went to settings, but I can't see where because I don't know why it's using my personal email.
So if you guys want to customize that email that it comes from, you want to go to command email. Do you see this section?
I did earlier.
Oh, wait, I might be lying.
Hang on, I did earlier. Okay, wait,
No,
let me
I think
go
that was
here.
right.
So I go into command email, right? Okay.
There we go. And then just hit manage. And then you can see I have a few options of stuff to reply to in here.
And it's funny, over there, it's actually my business email. But for some reason over there, it's showing a person, so it could be a glitch.
Yeah, let me take a look at that after class. But yeah, you should be able to. So what Tomby's question was, let me go ahead and I'm not actually going to schedule this to go out. So I'm going to hit cancel. What she's asking about is right here, the reply to email address. If you click this edit button, it's going to take you to your settings, and you need to come down to command email right here and hit manage. When you hit manage, you're able to change the name. So maybe I want it to say this, whoops. The social stack instead of Amy stack. I could do that. And then I have a reply to email address, and I have a drop down here where I have a bunch I can choose from. I can also edit one, I can delete them. And then I think maybe there's a max, so I can't add a new one right now, but if I take one off, I could add another one in. And I'm going to change that back. And then just hit, and this is where if you want to, I should hit save change. Oh, I actually didn't change it. So if I had changed it, I would hit save changes. In this part right here, manage subscription. So if you're sending more than 5,000 emails a month, this is where you update that subscription to purchase the extra emails. But this is the easiest way here in campaigns to send one bulk email. And we are a little past 2 o'clock. I'm happy to show you guys if anybody wants to stick around. I can show you how to do it as a smart plan too, so that you can have multiple touches around it. So if you want to have an email and a reminder to post something on social media, or a reminder to send out, or an automated text or something, I can walk you through that real quick too. Does anybody have questions about this email send? So one bulk email through campaigns. Any other market centers or on Zoom? No, they're still there.
No questions in Naperville.
No questions in Naperville.
No questions in Glen Ellen.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, then I'm going to show you guys real quick. We'll go through smart plans. And just so everybody knows, we're still doing command on demand 9 hours a week. So if anybody wants a refresher on any of this, please come to those sessions. It's 11 o'clock to noon. They're just open sessions. So you come anytime in that hour, Tuesday through Friday, or 3 to 4 Monday through Friday. And somebody is on to help you guys with your questions. Yeah, it's on Zoom because it's across all the market centers. Now, if you happen to be like in the same market center as me in person, of course I'll help you in person, but you don't necessarily know where everybody is on the days that they're hosting it.
What are those times again?
So it's 11 to noon, Tuesday through Friday, and 3 to 4 Monday through Friday. And it's called command on demand, but we do all KW tech. So if you've got like Gmail questions, basic social media, most people can help with, and then all the command stuff. This is not how to write a contract or compliance, because not all of us are experts in that. It's really how to use the technology to help your business. Yeah. And it is on E2P. So if you go to the E2P website, all the links are there for you. So just check out the calendar. But yeah, let's go into smart plans. Let's save draft. Save and exit. So I'm going to go into smart plans, and I'm just going to do a quick overview. If you guys have never seen smart plans before, check out one of my basic videos, or schedule a one-on-one, talk to your coaches, whatever it works best for you. But with smart plans, when you come in here, again, we're just going to hit create. That's going to start in the top right, and we're going to name it, and I'm going to call it holiday. I might have something. Oh, holiday taco. I think I have a holiday test in there already. Again, that's just for you. Nobody will see that name except you. And it's loading our new smart plan. And the beauty of the smart plan is that it's not just one step. You're able to make the email just like we did the bulk email, except you have the option to go ahead and add an automated text message, a reminder to post on social media, a reminder to call somebody. There's lots of different steps that you can do here. So for the email, we're just going to come to the right-hand side and hit send email. And most people that have done this, have played with smart plans, have seen this email before, where you can just type your message in. However, we spent the time to make that beautiful design through designs, right? So right in the middle of this email section, it says email types, simple or designs. So if I toggle to designs instead of simple, I now have that same button from bulk campaigns to actually hit select design. And my designs popped right back up. And just like before, the last one I touched is the first one on the screen. So I'm going to hit that spring one, say got it. And again, it gives me the opportunity to make any updates, do my previews, exactly what we saw before. So I'm just going to hit save because we already took a look at it. And now my email is in there with the nice pretty one with all the images and my footer and all my links and everything. So again, I do have the opportunity here to name it. Okay, don't use this as an idea. Don't use Happy Spring, but I'm just putting it in there right now. So that's my email step. Now you get to choose, do I want to send another thing about spring, or do I just want to move to the next holiday? So I maybe want to send a text message. Maybe if you have Mother's Day coming up, you want to send a text to all the moms in your database, right? So I can either send it the same day as my email, or if I want a day in between, maybe I'm sending the email a couple days before Mother's Day, I can then fix my spring. I can then come over here and scroll down my windows a little and move my Zoom stuff. Sorry for you guys watching on Zoom. I can hit set delay and I can say, I want 2 days to go by before my text message goes out. So day 1 is the day of the first thing. So if I do a 2-day delay, that means day 1 is the email, 1 day off, and then the next day something's going to go out. Okay. So I can hit send text message. This will only work if you have your Twilio account set up. So if that's something you're not familiar with, it is a service you can subscribe to in settings. Starts at $3.14 a month for 300 text messages. Sometimes that changes, but it's $3-ish a month. So you can actually pre-type in your text message here. Hi, and then I'm going to use this merge field button and put contact first name. So it will actually put the first name of whoever I'm sending this to. Thinking of you. Do you have any fun plans for Mother's Day, or whatever holiday you want to talk about, and see if you can get some interaction. Yes, you would have to have their phone number. Good question. You would have to have their phone number for this. I can't type, you guys. Oh, maybe something's wrong with this keyboard. Anywho, so you get the idea. And you could do a generic one in here if you wanted to. If you don't have a ton of people you're sending it to, I would do one that's going to try to get them to give you some interaction so you can start that conversation and build the relationship. The other thing about the text that's nice is that right now we're on static. Oh, and then you can switch to dynamic, so you can have multiple texts that go out. So you don't get the same one, and you don't get the same one, and you don't get the same one. So if you have like friends that you're sending it to, they get different text messages, right? Just make sure they're not going to know this number. So make sure you put your name in it, right? Because it's going to come from that Twilio number. So there is a text message. And then you can keep going with delays and setting up, here's my email for St. Patrick's Day. Don't want to do a text for that. Maybe the day of, like, hope you have some luck in the market, if you know somebody's looking to buy, whatever, or you don't want to do a text, that's fine. You can do as many delays as you want. And then you can create tasks that would be a reminder to yourself. So if you don't want to sit down and make all of your email templates in one day for the whole year, you could send yourself a task reminder that says, okay, it's time to go make that Easter template, and you'll get the task reminder, and then you can go make the Easter template. So make. Oh yeah, so Tanvi asked a good question. She said that wouldn't be every year, and that is correct. You would probably want to make different templates every year. So you could restart the smart plan if you wanted to, but at that point you probably have more people you want to add to it as well. One thing that I think is handy with the smart plans is if you're going to do something like this, where it's, multiple steps, you're going to have that email, that text message, that reminder to post on social, maybe just do one smart plan for each holiday. So then every holiday you can add all the people you need to it, because you probably have clients that are no longer clients, you didn't want to work with them, and you also have new people you want to add to it, right? So if you're just doing it per holiday, you can make your last task, okay, time to start your Easter campaign. And then you go through and one day you make your template, you make your graphic for social media, you schedule your graphic on social media, you make your text message that you want to send out, and then you put it all together in a smart plan. So then you're still getting that reminder to create it month to month. So you have one every single month, or two if, you know, depending on the month. Does that make sense? Any questions about that? The easiest way, okay, you obviously want to save. You can send right from the screen. You can also bulk send from contacts. So that's a super handy way to send out to a whole bunch of people at one time if you're using tags. Doesn't really help if you're not using tags because you can't quickly find the group of people you want to send it to that way. Any questions? I hear some mics rattling. No? I can't see anybody. There we go.
Just some heavy breathers.
I know, there, I had to bring up.
Well,
It's tacos.
Somebody said something funny. All right. Well, that was just a quick overview of the smart plans. Like I said, please reach out to your tech committee members, to your MCTTs, me and Noelle and Kaylin. Let us know how we can help you. And if you guys want to dig in, always feel free to come to Command on Demand and we can help you out with that as well. So for anybody that came in late or joined Zoom late, this was recorded. So it'll be in the E2P training drive. And then I will post it on my YouTube channel as well. So everybody has access to that. If you are interested in my channel, it is youtube.com/thesocialstack. And just a quick promo, I'm doing a class on Thursday and we're going to talk about top tips to get that content created for your social media. So we're going to go, that'll be Tuesday at 10:30. So if you guys want to hop into that, we'll talk about the quick tips that Noelle showed us, but I've got another secret to share with you too.
Did you say Tuesday, Amy?
Thursday, this Thursday at 10:30.
Thursday.
Yep, and it's on Zoom. And it's just a half hour, so not a big commitment. All right, any questions before we log out of Zoom? Everybody good in the other market centers?
We're all set in Naperville.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everything, Amy.
Guys. Thank you, tech committees.
You are welcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you tag all your contact?
So that's not a separate page. Website, landing pages, that's